Hello guys, welcome to my third class of discrete mathematical structure. In the previous class, we already discussed based on six logical connectivities. We already discussed in the previous class negation. Three things we discussed: negation, conjunction, and disjunction. Other three basic logical connectivities I am going to explain in my third class. Exclusive disjunction. This thing we are not going to use. We are going to use rarely, but we have to know that this is also one of the logical connectivity. When you are talking about exclusive disjunction, at least you require two propositions. We already discussed in the previous class. When you are talking about the propositions, always denoted by small p and small q or st, etc. Now, whenever having more than two propositions, primitives or components, if you want to give a connectivity between that, they were using one of the logical connectivities, nothing but exclusive disjunction. Whenever I am going to talk with an exclusive disjunction, is denoted by P exclusively disjunction with Q. The meaning is, suppose see P is having Q, each one having what are the how many corresponding truth values? Only two, either true or false. This also true or false like that. Now here, now see, when we are thinking about exclusively disjunction is true. Either one is true, means either P is exclusive disjunction with Q is true. Suppose this is false, but Q is true, then we say the true. But other two cases, both are false is false, both are true also false. This is a difference between disjunction and exclusive disjunction. In the disjunction, what we say that P conjunction with Q, at least both are false, then only I have to false. The rest of the case, what happen is true. 0 conjunction disjunction with 1, 2, both are true, then only true. But here both are true is false. This is a difference between disjunction and exclusive disjunction. Where we are going to use the exclusive, whenever the word statement will start either P or Q, then we are going to use the notation is exclusive disjunction. Exclusive disjunction is false, is true two cases, false is two cases. Both are false, both are true, then is false. The rest of the case is true, but P disjunction with Q, only the false, both are false only. This is a difference between disjunction and exclusive. Where they are going to use exclusive disjunction, whenever the word, the statement, the theoretical statement start from either, in between the proposition they are going to use or, there we are going to use exclusive disjunction. Exclusive means we are exclusive, even though both are true is false. That is nothing but exclusive disjunction. This is a difference between disjunction and exclusive disjunction. Now this again, if you want to write a truth table for the exclusive disjunction is very easy. P and Q, I told number of times in the previous class. Whenever you want to write a truth table, first you have to know how many primitives are there. How many primitives are there? Two primitives are components. That is how each one having how many possibility? Two is a base. Each proposition they must be having a true possibility, either true or false, not for both. To the power of how many propositions are there? Components are primitives 2 square, that is 4. Therefore, if you want to write a truth table for this exclusive disjunction, how many rows are expecting? 4 rows. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And then this is 0, 1, 1, 0. This is a way to write the whatever to exclusive. If you want to write disjunction only, then we get 0, the rest of the thing is 1. This is a difference between disjunction and exclusive disjunction. But we are using exclusive disjunction, where they are going to use whenever your statement start from either and take between P and Q or, then we are going to use exclusive disjunction. Both are not true, even though both are true, we are taking as false. The next, move into the fifth one, conditional. Fifth one is what? Conditional or implication. The meaning must be same. Again, if you want to define a condition implication, at least required two propositions, say P and Q are two propositions. Now, if you want to define an implication between P and Q, this is a notation we are going to take. Is a one line, give a arrow mark to the right side, not for the left. This then we say that P condition with Q or P implication with Q. If P occur, then Q is happen. For example, we have two friends, you and then another your classmate. If you want to, if you suppose you are attending my class, the discrete mathematical structure, your friend must be attend. Then only you are coming. Like that, if then. If means your friend attending the class, then we are going to attending the my class. U is Q, your friend is P. If then, see, whenever I am talking about conditional, if P, then Q. Suppose your friend is attending DMS class, then you are attending my class. Attending my class. Then this is called if then. That's it. I am giving a connectivity for theoretical and a notation. Whenever the theoretical statements start from if, some one primitives, then another primitive, then we are going to use what's a notation? Conditional notation. P condition with Q. P condition with Q, that is denoted by P arrow mark Q. If P, then Q. Necessary for P to occur Q. That is called the another way to know conditional or implication. The next question is arise. What's the truth value of the if then statement? Keep in mind conditional or implication we are going to use if any primitive occurs, then another primitive happen, then we are going to use P conditional with Q. Just given one simple example. The example is if your friend is attending my PMS class, then you are going to attend my class. This is the easiest way to remember. Now we have to know what is the truth table for P condition with Q or P implication Q. First we have to know how many rows are expecting in the truth table. How many rows? Because each one they are expecting two possibility. How many propositions are there? 2. We get 4. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. P conditional with Q. P conditional Q is false only the case 1 to 0. There is no meaning 1 to 0. Your friend is attending my class, then you are not attending. Then how you are not depending upon P. So suppose Q is depending upon P, then only we say the true. Therefore 1 to 0. If then, therefore 1 to 0 is false, the rest of the case are true. Keep in mind, better you keep the what about false. The rest of the thing is true, therefore you remember that the rest of the thing is false. P conditional Q is false, only the case 1 to 0. The rest of the case 0 to 0 is true, 0 to 1 is true, 1 to 1 is true. That's why I am telling the student better to remember false than easy to remember the rest of the thing. The next I think is clear conditional. Conditional most of the students are going to do the confuse. When is false, 1 to 0 is false. The rest of the case is true. Next is biconditional. Biconditional. Biconditional is denoted by, if you want to define bicondition also, I require two propositions, say P and Q. If you want to give a connectivity between P and Q, using biconditional means the difference between conditional and biconditional is we have to put both the side arrow mark. Then we say that this is a connectivity between P and Q are biconditional. The equivalent meaning of, whenever I am going to use 3 lines or 2 lines double arrow mark, that is nothing but equivalent. Is nothing but P conditional with Q conjunction with Q conditional with P. I have to find out both. P conditional with Q I have to find out, and also I have to find out Q conditional with P is true, then we say that biconditional is true. Otherwise is false. Are you clear? Now, so keep in mind, before moving to the biconditional, you have to find out here Q condition with P. But Q condition P is not same as P condition with Q. Observe. 0 to 0, 1, 1 to 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. See, observe. These two truth to table is not same. Therefore, P conditional Q is not equivalent to which one? Q condition with P. Keep in mind. Conjunction is true, then we say that bicondition is true. Now, see, that is not necessary to explain much. Bicondition is depending upon conditional. I have to find out P condition Q, conjunction with Q condition P is true, then we say that is bicondition is true. P, Q. How many propositions are expecting? 2. Therefore, how many rows? 4 rows. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. P condition with Q. P condition Q is passed when 1 to 0. What is 1 to 0 is 0. The rest of the thing is 1. What is Q conditional with P? What is Q conditional with P? Q conditional with P is 1. What is this actually? 1. Observe carefully now. This is 1 to 0 is 0. This is 0 to 1 is 1. This is 1. Now P conditional with Q, conjunction with Q conditional with conjunction with Q condition with P. What are the 4 we are expecting now here? The 4 conjunction means when is true, both are true, then only true. 1, 0, 0. This is a way to find out biconditional truth value. Biconditional truth value is true. The thing is, I tell you one thing, P conditional Q and Q conditional P. The another way of remember, both having the same truth value for all possible truth values of components. For all possible truth value components, then we say that this bicondition is true. Then how can you know? That means 6 here is not true. See, when is true? So P condition with Q and Q condition with P, you construct the table, both the column, this column and this column must be having the same truth value for corresponding truth values of the components. What are the components? P and Q. Then we say that conjunction is true. Definitely, then we get what actually? Then we get actually that bicondition. Please try to understand. Biconditional is a very, very important thing based on conditional. Now conditional, you know that. Now once you know conjunction, what we get actually? See, both are true. P condition with Q and Q conditional with P. Both are true, then only we get all are true. Right? Both are true, then only is true. Otherwise is false. Keep in mind. Because conjunction is true, both are true. In rest of the cases 0. Therefore, now biconditional, how to find out? P condition with Q, I have to find out, and also find out Q condition with P, find out the conjunction. What happened? The conjunction is both are what about that? Both are false, then is true. Both are true is true. One is true is false. Observe carefully. P by conditional with P by condition with Q is true in this table. Both P and Q are false, then is true. Both are true is true. But one is true, one is false. In these two cases, false. This is a way to identify. Please try to understand. I told beginning a little bit confused, I think so. I am going to report before going to end of the class. Please observe carefully. Conditional implication is very, very important. P condition with the Q is one side RMR is true, the false in which case 1 to 0. In the rest of the case is true. Now what is biconditional? P condition with Q, conjunction with Q condition with P. You already know that P condition with Q is not same as Q condition with P. How can you know that? First you find out that both P condition with and Q condition P, you verify it. Then you take a conjunction. From the conjunction we say that bicondition is true, both components are true. Both the components are false. In the rest of the cases, any one of the component is true, another one is false, then what we get is false. Then easy to remember. Now I told one thing is wrong actually. Both having the same truth value, you can't get a conjunction. For example, P condition with Q, conjunction of Q condition with P. Suppose this is 0, this is 0, you can't say that conjunction is true. The thing is, both are having as truth values 1, then conjunction is true. Otherwise false. Then from this paper we say that both P and Q are false and true, then we say the true, but rest of the case is false. Now before going to end up the class, we have to know the operator and precedence. This is very very important while solving problem. Negation is a first precedence, conjunction is second precedence, disjunction is third one, condition is fourth one, bicondition is the last one. You keep in mind all 5 things. We are not considered exclusive distinction. Exclusive distinction comes under distinction only. That's a particular case of distinction. That's why if you want to open any standard textbook, they are not given the 6 logical connectivities. They are going to give only 5 logical connectivities. The problem here I am considered that's also one of the basic logical connectivities. Why they are not considered? Exclusively distinction narrate or particular case for disjunction. Okay, negation is the first precedence, conjunction is the second one, disjunction is the third one, conditional or implication is the fourth one, biconditional is the fifth one. Now keep in mind these things. I am going to solve some few problems in the next class. Thank you very much for listening my talk.